everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Last night, Braxton Family Values star Tamar Braxton was rushed to hospital where she currently is unconscious, allegedly as a result of a suicide attempt. This story was broken by theblast.com. They're actually reporting that it was her boyfriend David who called the police and reported that Tamar had taken an unknown amount of prescription pills after a night of drinking. Sources close to the blast also say that ambulances arrived at their hotel and transported her to the California hospital in downtown LA, where they were then able to confirm with the LAPD that around 9:45 p.m. was when they received the call from David reporting what had happened with Tamar. And they also confirmed that they have officers monitoring her around the clock at the hospital. According to theblast.com, a possible reason for the alleged suicide attempt could be because of Tamar's contract disputes with her home network, WeTV. Tamar has been on WeTV since I believe it was 2012 when their show Braxton Family Values premiered. After that, she had her show Tamar and Vince, and then she also had another show set to drop called Get Your Life, and she allegedly felt as though the trailer for Get Your Life completely misrepresented her, and she was blindsided by the whole thing because according to sources, she didn't even get to preview it before it dropped, which to me is quite strange because Tamar has always been an executive producer of all of her shows. So I wonder why after almost 10 years of service with this network, and really honestly truly putting the network on the map with Braxton Family Values, they would do something like this to her. It is absolutely heartbreaking to see and hear this story kind of play out this way. So Tamar and her boyfriend Vince, ever since quarantine, have debuted a live YouTube show called Coupled in Quarantine, where they talk about, you know, what it's like relationships amidst the quarantine. They've interviewed other reality stars like Lauren and Cameron from Netflix's Love is Blind. They were set to drop another episode of their show just yesterday, but of course, with everything that happened with Tamar, instead a statement was dropped on the trailer that reads, and I quote, "Hello y'all, unfortunately your girl Tamar is under the weather today and not feeling well, so we need to postpone today's show. Don't worry, it's not COVID. We're sad because we had a great show lined up for you today, but next week's show is going to be even bigger and better. So sorry for the inconvenience. We know many of you look forward to the show every week. We'll make it up to you next week." There are two things that are really strange to me with this statement. Number one, it's that they go, oh, Tamar is under the weather. Don't worry, it's not COVID. Like, allegedly, what happened with Tamar is that she attempted suicide. So being like, oh, like, don't worry, it's not COVID, it's just a suicide attempt is weird, you know, in this situation. And of course, promoting next week's show because, first of all, as it stands, according to The Blast, as of around 12:45, almost 1 a.m. this morning, Tamar is still unconscious at the hospital. So how are you already planning to put her to work for another show next week when she's still in the hospital fighting for her life? She hasn't even opened up her eyes yet. Like, who cares about this right now? Why couldn't it have been a simple, you know what, unfortunately, Tamar had an emergency and we're not able to have our show tonight. Stay tuned. Now is not the time to worry about episodes of your YouTube show, I assure you. And yeah, like, I don't know. I got a weird feeling about the don't worry, it's COVID, considering the gravity of this, I would argue is a little bit more serious than COVID for Tamar, right? And I say that because COVID is something that you contract, like, you know, pretty much anywhere. You can catch it anytime, but like a suicide attempt is a symptom of something extremely serious going on with you. So I didn't love that wording. Now, Tamar has been battling demons for years, ever since she premiered on Braxton Family Values. We saw her fall out so publicly with so many people over the years, including her co-stars at The Real, the show The Real in general. We've seen her fall out with K. Michelle, Chris Brown. Like, the list really truly does go on when it comes to her. We've also watched as therapists and preachers try to help her repair her relationship with her family and her sisters. There was Iyanla, that very, very famous meltdown she had when Iyanla was trying to help them all kind of regain their sisterhood. There was Bishop T.D. Jakes who tried to help them. No one could help them, and it seemed like a lot of these problems stemmed from Tamar. I feel like if you've got a problem with everybody in the world, including your family, it is time to take a look at yourself and wonder what's going on. And I've always felt that she had a lot of demons going on inside of her, or a lot of the inner turmoil or trauma that was left unchecked for so long. And so I hope that first of all, she makes it through this, and second of all, takes it as the heads up that she needs to change her life and really invest in her mental health moving forward, because Tamar is a truly bright light in this world. She's got an incredible once in a lifetime personality, once in a lifetime voice. I am obsessed with her music. She is so passionate and driven and hardworking. She really does deserve to live out the rest of her life happily, and I hope that that is something that she seriously invests in after what has gone on over here. You guys, how do you feel about this whole situation going on with Tamar Braxton? Let's all please just keep her in her thoughts and wish her well moving forward. Let me know everything you think in the comment section down below, and as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.